Hello, and welcome to an intro to Anthro with two humans. I'm human number one, John McCray.
And I'm human number two, John Lehr.
And this is the podcast where we reassess what it means to be human. And the title of this episode is Gettin Corny, the amazing history of Maize. And so, John...
Your titles are getting... there as we approach 100 episodes...
Yeah.
I can always tell how you're doing by your titles.
Oh, really? I don't know. How am I doing? How am I doing? Oh, okay.
Great.
All right.
Great.
All right.
Fantastic.
Because sometimes I'm like, is that stupid? And I'm like, no.
Yes, it is stupid. It is stupid. But it's stupid in a great way. What the thing that would concern me is if you'd said corny twice.
Oh,
you said corny and corn, but you went to Maize. So you're still keeping things going.
I'm keeping it sophisticated. That's what I think I'm doing.
Just enough.
Well, thank you. And thanks for keeping an eye on me. That little litmus test.
Yes. That's
John, as you know, this is our 80th episode.
Boom!
My big 80.
I mean, when you think about the episodes, how many episodes? There's been 9 episodes that have been divisible by 8. And here we are at number 10. And it's just amazing.
It really is. I think what's amazing to me is knowing you and knowing myself and knowing our attention spans.
Yes.
When we started this 2 years ago, I really didn't think that we would even do 8 episodes.
Honestly. Really? I'm glad you didn't say anything. I'm proud of us, but I knew if there's one thing we have, it's that we're good at grinding. We can grind.
Right. We're not pumping them out as fast as we did, but they're still coming out.
Yeah, they're still coming out. Still coming out. So in honor of the 80th, I've gone back and listened to every episode that was a multiple of 80.
Really?
So 8, 16, number 8, number 16, 24, 32,
wow.
40, 48, 56, 64, 72.
Wow, that's impressive.
They all have something in common.
What's that?
I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
I was going to say, if you had you learned anything from our journey that we've taken.
Oh my God, yes. I've learned so many things. I've got the best seat in the house for this thing. This is basically my whole relationship with you.
I know. I look forward to these, seeing you.
Yeah.
And getting your take on some of these big anthropological questions that are out there.
Well, you're the most well-read person I know. And I'm just glad to be a succubus on your neck.
Well,
sucking the knowledge out of you.
What's that thing that attaches to a shark? You know, they always have those things that hanging on. Some other fish hangs onto a shark.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm like an alien. I'm that thing that jumped onto your face and laid eggs in your stomach. I just haven't burst out yet. I'm still feeding off you.
Thanks. That makes me feel good.
There's a microscopic animal called the Demodex, which is a lot of people have. Most people have it now, I think. And it's a little worm-like creature, microscopic, that attaches itself to an eyelash. It wraps itself around the hair of an eyelash.
Yeah.
And it's even developed so that it now can feed off mascara. They've been noticing that it can eat mascara.
Really?
So I'm the Demodex on one of your eyelash hairs.
I've never heard a more beautiful description of our friendship than what you just said. So thank you.
For the folks listening, I don't recommend Googling Demodex. But I don't know.
John, but I do want to say we're approaching 10,000 downloads.
I know we are very close. What are we going to do when we hit 10,000?
I don't know. What's the next step? 15,000, 20,000?
But I mean, what are we going to do to commemorate it?
I don't know. I've been thinking.
I was thinking streaking.
Yeah, we may have
Like
to.
we each streak around the block in our own neighborhood.
Oh, in our own neighborhood. Oh
Yeah.
God. I got like a former law enforcement guy across the street
I know.
from me.
Listen, I've got me too. I've got my own nightmare over here. But we got to do it. But wear sandals. That's all I have to say is don't go flip flops or sandals. Have some feet protection. Wear those weird things that those people wear where it separates every toe. Those river shoes or what.
Yeah.
Man, whenever you see somebody jogging in those, you know to like cross to the other side of the street. Crazy's headed your way.
There was, when I worked at the Santa Fe Opera as an usher, there was one of the ushers always wore those kind of toe shoes.
Yeah.
And it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah. You got to call, you got to do a mental health check on the cops, send him to his place with if you're squeezing your toes into separate things on one of those river shoes.
We've had some raccoons getting up on our roof periodically.
Yes, you mentioned that. We talked about that offline.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Well, we had a raccoon guy come out and he's like, well, they're not nesting on your property. They're just passing through. And he goes, so there's nothing I could do to help you. But they were after our grapes. We have some grapes here. And my neighbor texted me. He goes, there's like 5 raccoons out on the grapes on the wall.
Wow.
So I'm a little worried about streaking through the neighborhood right now.
Yeah. I can't believe raccoons can, we have lots of raccoons over here, but I mean, it's so hot there. How do they do it in that fur? Jesus.
I know.
Those poor critters. I mean, I know they're nasty. I had one in my kitchen. About 10 years ago. Or no, it was more than that because the kids hadn't been born. It was about 20 years ago or 15 years. Yeah, 20. And I went downstairs and it was sitting in the kitchen and got in through the doggy door. And it was big. It was as big as a dog.
Yeah.
It was like, it looked at me like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
What do you got? And
what
I was
you
just
got,
like,
punk?
Absolutely nothing. I went right back upstairs.
You left. You've left your house.
Yeah, that's right.
They sound really large. When I have a camera up there and I haven't been able to catch them now on the roof, but they sound, when they hit in the middle of the night, it sounds like a person walking around.
Yeah, they're big. They're big. They're incredible. He opened up the closet in my kitchen and accessed the dog food. Opened up, turned the knob, and opened it was a closet with a knob.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what this guy, the raccoon guy that came out, was like, oh yeah, they have opposable thumbs. They're pretty smart.
When I called the animal control people, they said, go down and open up your front door. It'll take what it wants, and then it'll go out the front door. And I did it, and it worked.
I walk out the front.
Well, they said that they can't figure out how to get out the doggy door once they come in. Like the smell brings them in, but then they can't figure out how to get out. So
I know the feeling. I've been there. I just want to say too, John, 80 episodes, and we're still the original cast. You and I.
That's right. At the same rate, we haven't gotten a bump at all, salary wise.
No, we're not bump. Not like Friends. Not $1 million.
Those guys. Maybe we should bond together and hold out until they pay us more money. Really? So we pay us more money.
Yeah, we'll go into negotiations with ourselves. It'd be like, well, I heard that you are willing to compromise.
You break me immediately.
Mary and I, we watched on BritBox, the British BBC show New Tricks. And it was about a bunch of former detectives. And what was kind of cool is they got like old British character actors to play all of them too. Yeah. But after 12 seasons, we went through the whole thing.
Jesus.
There wasn't a single person left from the original cast. It was like a snake shedding its skin.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it works.
Yeah.
The circle of life.
And I was thinking, it's kind of like when you go, like you'll hear like at the casino this weekend, England Dan and John Ford Coley or something.
Yeah,
and then you go there and it's neither England Dan nor John Ford Coley.
No, they kept the name. Well,
Yeah.
if you kick, or when you kick, as I'm doing the show, I'm just replacing you with AI.
Oh, really?
Immediately. Yeah. We won't even miss an episode.
Just emoji. Just a round-headed smiley emoji.
I'll just upload all the video I have of you, and it'll get you. It'll get close enough.
But I was thinking that, at some point, maybe both of us will be removed or replaced, and it'll be an intro to Welcome to an Intro to Anthro with two new humans.
My kids will take it over.
Yeah, good luck to them. Good luck to them. I was hoping they'll be funnier, and hopefully they'll make.
They're amazing. They'll kill.
But John, I just want to, after 80 episodes, I want to say thank you to you.
Thank you to you.
And I want to say thank you to our listeners.
Yes.
Because we couldn't do it without you guys.
Yes. And we have listeners that have been here from the beginning, very loyal. Yeah. And then we have new listeners coming in all the time, checking us out. So
don't know if they're staying. Hopefully they stay.
Yeah. You know, we're about to hit 10 grand.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But I just want to say thank you to our listeners who all the comments and just funny stories and pictures that you send on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, we've got some good stuff happening on there.
And I just want to say thank you specifically to Eric P., Frank, Josh, Chad, Christy D., Winnie, Mary, the Susans, both M and L, Alexis, Professor Lovebloom. I don't know what Professor Lovebloom's name is, really. But I hope
we never find out, because that is such a great moniker.
It is.
Let's have him on.
It's a woman, I think. But
or her on. That's fantastic. Let's have them on.
I wish in college I'd had a Professor Lovebloom, so that's why I'm kind of living that out. Mike F., Steve, Jamie, Kenny, Doug, Sherry, and Leanne, among many others, for all your comments and just for following us on Facebook and Instagram and Substack. And I'll say it again, and I always say it whenever we do one of these 20th episodes, is I think we have some of the smartest, funniest, and kind listeners around. And I haven't been drinking. Just to say that.
They're wonderful. And we wouldn't say that unless we meant it.
Exactly. So thank God for all of you guys. It's nice knowing you're out there. And also thank you to Watson and Company Socks, Puppies Not Piranhas, Media Room, and American Karma on Substack for all of your support and help over the last 2 years.
Boy, those latest socks, what did you think of those?
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful. Gorgeous. They're gorgeous. They're all in pastels. Yeah. And they're great socks. The socks themselves are great. I did not get one pair on my feet before my daughter stole all of them and took them back to college. Not once.
I know.
And that is a good, it's a metaphor for what it is to be a parent. The giving tree is totally right. They just suck you and suck you and suck you, and then use your last branch to light a fire to warm their bones, and then they're done with you.
Well, all right. Well, we'll have to do an episode on parenthood. We'll just open it up to you and open mic and just let you go.
I could go forever. They were in the package, still in the package, addressed to me on my desk. She didn't ask, didn't think nothing. Just took them and packed them and took them to college.
I think that says something about how beautiful those socks were. And it's weird to say a sock is beautiful, but when we were in Cleveland recently, or Akron now, I guess I should say, I looked over at my wife, Mary, and she had her shoes off, and there was a beautiful bright yellow socks that she was wearing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Easter.
Where did you get those? And she held up her feet. They were Watson and Company socks.
Yeah, everybody wants them. The only joy I've gotten out of those socks personally is that somehow she left one behind and it keeps showing up in the dryer. I'm going to turn it into a puppet or something.
Yeah. You can still enjoy it.
It just makes me sad every time I see it. God damn it.
You should put that on with like a white tube sock. Just one beautiful pastel sock.
They feel so good on your feet. They're so good.
They wear well as well.
Yes, they do.
So, John, as you and our listeners know, when we do a 20th, we commemorate every 20th episode by doing a food episode.
And you have outdone yourself. I was on tour and came back, and Jesus, there were 2 boxes. And your packing is incredible.
I don't know.
I should do an unboxing. The next time you do it, I'm going to film an unboxing so people can see.
Okay.
And you use the postal service too, which I admire.
Yeah, this time I realized that the post office was getting it there as fast as FedEx used to do.
Oh yeah. So. The post office it turns out the post office works. Yeah. They're trying to kill it. Boy, are they trying.
Just imagine trying to get like a postcard from one part of the world to the other. It still amazes me.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's incredible.
I can't
get like the toilet taking my poo away. Every time I'm like, this is magic.
Modern miracles. So I wanted to say that for our 80th episode, I decided that we were going to have a corn feast. Una fiesta de maíz. Because nothing says gratitude quite like corn. Because corn is celebratory. We eat it at holidays and outdoor celebrations like Thanksgiving and the 4th of July.
Yep, we sure do.
At picnics and barbecues and at the Renaissance Festival.
Oh, God, yeah. And at the Renaissance Festival, I worked at the Renaissance Festival. Listeners will know that. It was one of my first jobs in the entertainment world. And one of my best, too. But they would have them, and they would have a big vat of butter, like I don't know what you call it, like a cylinder of butter, like filled with like a half gallon of butter, and they dip that thing right in there. Oh, it was good.
Yeah, people, I don't know. What's funny is that during the Renaissance, corn hadn't made its way to Europe yet. So it's a little anachronistic. Yeah. But people don't really question that.
No, if you're going to get nitpicky at the Renaissance Festival, boy, are you in trouble. Don't go looking for history at the Renaissance Festival.
All right. We will have to we'll do another living history episode and talk about that in detail because
great idea.
We
should do one we should do a remote from the Ren Fest.
Oh yeah.
By the way, how's our remote with the barbecue? Aren't we doing a remote?
Well, that's, speaking of our listener and trying to commemorate 10,000, I was thinking for our 100th episode, we would try to meet in Kansas City at a barbecue restaurant. Open it up. You, me, all our listeners, if you can make it down to Kansas City, all you got to do is get down there, pay for your own hotel, pay for your own transportation, and your food.
And
but we could all...
And our food.
Our food. John is right.
And 2 haircuts. We need to get a haircut too. I do. You're looking good, but I keep looking at him. I look like
I don't have any hair. I don't have any hair.
Well, listen. Right. You have a good looking bald head, like all the McCrays. You guys look good.
Yeah. We're like Charlie Brown. If Charlie Brown had lost a little weight and worked out a little bit.
Yeah. With a look in his eye like he could rip you limb to limb. Yeah. That's it.
So, but yeah, we'll think about that for the 100th episode.
Great.
And just have if you can make it, we'd love it because there are people, listeners who I'd love to meet in person. And
well, at the rate we're recording, it's going to be in about 5 years. Yeah. So everybody has time to plan.
Yeah. It's a save the date. 5 years from now. I wanted to say, though, about corn, John, it actually, the word maize comes from the Taino word, Indian word, meaning life giver or grain of the gods.
Oh,
And in the
I like
Mayan
that.
religious texts, the Popol Vuh, humans are literally created from cornmeal.
Huh.
So, in the Bible, they're created from earth, right?
Yeah.
In the Popol Vuh, they're created from cornmeal, which I like. And in the book, The Story of Corn, Betty Fussell says that to the Teutonic of Central America, corn was Sintiotl, wife of the sun. To the Aztecs, corn was the goddess Xilonen and the god Quetzalcoatl. And to the Pawnee, corn was the evening star, the mother of all things, who gave corn to the people from her garden in the sky.
Wow.
Yeah, think about that.
It's serious.
Yeah. Think about that next time you're like shoving popcorn in your mouth in a dark movie theater.
I love corn. I'm so excited about this episode.
Do you have a favorite? Do you eat a lot of corn now, or growing up?
I guess so. We all eat corn syrup, right? Sucrose corn syrup, whatever the hell it is that's in everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do eat a lot of corn. I like corn.
Favorite corn dish? Anything you throw recipe or something?
Well, I mean, I just love corn tortillas. So I think that's a perfect food is corn tortillas.
Do you butter them or just eat them plain when they come out?
I'll eat it any way I can get it, but usually with tacos, I mean, LA has just these incredible taco trucks that are everywhere, all over, on every corner. And everybody, when they come to visit, they're like, which taco truck is the best? And I'm like, the first one you see, because they are incredible. And it's one of the best things about Los Angeles.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
Oh my God. And the tamales and it's incredible food.
Do you think that you eat mostly, you eat out for your corn dishes, like Mexican food, or do you make any corn dishes at home? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we're not a big cooking family. You're a good cook. Basically we just eat, whatever's left over, whatever's around. Occasionally we'll make stuff. We're real losers in that department.
whatever the raccoon is left behind.
We just go whatever. Jennifer's got this mail order food that comes in and she forgets to eat it. So I just, live off that. Or for a long time, when you're a father, you just eat the kids' leftovers, like for years, for 10 years. Cause they wouldn't eat anything. They take like a bite. They're so dinkball. And so then they leave the rest out and I would just, off that.
So you're going through an adjustment period now.
Yeah, I'm eating real food again. I do a lot of Trader Joe's frozen stuff too. It's amazing.
Oh, nice.
Some of that stuff is incredible, like the Indian food. I love that. I love the burrito bowls. Trader Joe's rocks. It really does. I endorse that company.
You hear that, Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
We're trying to send over some Indian bowls for us.
Oh.
But I just want to say that in our times of need, whether it's to get us drunk, to feed us, or even to wipe our bottoms, because people used to always use corn cobs.
Now I hear that all the time. Is it true? Is it true? Because I look at a corn cob and I'm like, there is no way. There's so many other things I would use first, like a leaf.
I know. They say that's what the people use. And I'm like, how? Did you pick out a handful, or is it just like a single corn cob that you just...
Oh, my God. And then what do you do with it? I just don't know. Thank God I live in the modern age.
Yeah.
Oh. Can you imagine? It must have been constant rashes. Just everybody had a rash all the time.
Itchy.
All the time.
Just itchy.
Oh, God.
But I would say that our lives would not be the same without corn. Like corn has been there and changed everybody's lives in the modern world.
Yes, so. Agreed.
And in the book, The Story of Corn, Betty Fussell also quotes the botanist Garrison Wilkes, who said, quote, "When you're working with a wheat plant who cares? But when you're dealing with a corn plant, it's different. It's of human height, and you can look it in the eye. It's one-on-one.
Okay, who is this again?
Garrison Wilkes. He's a corn expert.
Okay, I think he's a little been in the corn world, maybe a tad too long. Because you can look weed in the eye. I've looked weed in the eye.
Really?
I've even gotten down low and looked strawberries right in the eye.
How about a carrot? Do you think you could do that with it?
That's harder. But I'll dig down in there. I'll pull it out and look it in the eye.
Yeah.
Potatoes have eyes. I mean, potatoes, you really actually look in the eye.
What vegetable would you say most that you look at like we're equals, we're brothers?
God.
Like if you could reach out and shake hands with a vegetable, which one would it be?
A radish. I'd go with a radish.
Really? Really, you're giving Garrison Wilkes a hard time, and yet you're like a radish is the one that is your.
Everybody, it's the only thing that can look in the eye. He's like putting down wheat. Wheat does a lot. You're talking to two guys from Kansas.
Yeah.
I mean,
but I want to say, John, today we're going to sit down with corn and look at shake hands with it as equals.
Okay. And then we'll wipe our asses with the
yeah, I'd send you a corn cob. You could try it.
I know. Let's do it. At the end of the meal, we'll report back of how well it works as toilet paper.
Text me before you post those results on Facebook. So just so we're on the same page. But we're going
to get our bowels in the same. It's like women's periods, lining up. We'll have to line up somehow.
It'll be just in the middle of the night. It happened.
I feel it coming. How are you doing?
Let's go to the fridge. Get the corn.
Eat a prune.
But we're going to discuss the 9,000-year-old history of corn. And then we are going to eat a smorgasbord of corn products, which I've sent you.
So many plates here.
Right. I sent you a lot just to show you the versatility of corn itself.
Incredible. And we still you haven't talked about fuel.
I know.
And then you got fuel. I mean, Jesus.
And I mean, fuel, their packaging is made from corn. Corn feeds cows. Which then feed a lot of people. I mean, if you were to break it down, almost everything, we're probably almost all corn now.
Yep. This podcast is recorded with corn.
So we're going to eat a bunch of corn coming up after we get a little history. And then God willing, you and I will both be able to go to the bathroom tomorrow.
All right.
So the first thing you need to know when you eat corn, or Zea maize, as it's known by its scientific name, is that you are essentially eating grass. Okay. Because all corn as we know it today traces its heritage back to teosinte, which is a wild grass that grows in central and southern Mexico.
Still does grow.
Still does.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's because it's a grass. That's also the reason why when you eat corn, sometimes it's still around the next day.
No, boy, is it. Yeah. Yeah. Are you going to explain why we can see it in our poop?
Yeah, I will. Because, again, because it's a grass, it contains lignin, which is a protein. I mean, corn contains both lignin and cellulose.
No, boy, don't I know it.
because it's a grass. And lignin and cellulose are both really hard to break down.
Oh.
And so that's why, to digest grass, animals like cows have 4 compartments in their stomach. They do the cud, they chew the cud, and then swallow it again.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah. and humans only have 1 compartment in our stomach. So it's very hard for us to break down that lignin and cellulose.
Understood.
And so the other reason why we don't eat grass as humans is because it contains a lot of silicate. So like kind of the mineral like you would find in sand. So it would grind our teeth down if we
God. No.
I know there have been times when I've been really broke where I've looked out and seen a bunch of grass in a park and like, I just wonder. But anyway, and corn kernels are actually seeds, and they're covered by protected by cellulose. And again, that's a reason why it's very hard for our stomachs to break it down, and why you will see it the next morning sometime.
And it's delicious. Not the next day. I mean,
right. But that's also the reason you've heard the old urban myth or story about Carol Channing.
What? No.
Well, wondering on a hot mic when she last ate corn. You haven't heard it?
No.
It's a very, you'll have to like Google it. It's a Carol Channing corn story. It's a very famous story that has made the rounds for years.
But it's never been proven.
Right. And even her, after she died, her publicist said like, oh, it's not true. But Carol laughed her ass off about it. She thought it was so funny.
That's great. Well, hello. Well, hello. Yeah, I'm Carol Channing. How's that?
That's funny. I know. when I was writing this, I thought that's John's only impersonation he does. So John, here's the story. The story is, and there's a couple different versions of it. One is like it was on a hot mic during a Broadway performance, and she went backstage.
Oh God!
And then said something, which I will tell you.
Mid-show, she's going to the bathroom.
Well, like
number two, mid-show.
Intermission. That's one version of the story. The other version is another actor or actress was in the bathroom at the same time, and they heard Carol Channing go into a stall and then say this line, which I'm going to give you, and hopefully you can do a Carol Channing impersonation.
Okay. I'll get into character.
Okay, so the story is, and this is, like I say, when I went to search it, I mean, it's all over the place. And usually somebody will say, have you ever heard the story about Carol Channing and corn?
But that's like those urban myths, which, by the way, urban myths are now called conspiracy theories. Yeah. But it was always like a friend of mine. I heard from a friend of mine,
right?
He went to, on vacation to Mexico, and they went out to the beach all day, and they came back, and their cameras, it was out of film. So when they got back, they developed the film, and it showed a naked ass with all their toothbrushes stuck in it.
It's always a friend of a friend, and that's what's so funny about it.
Yeah.
That's the same with this one. But what's so funny is everybody's saying that they have a friend who was on Broadway at the same time as Carol Channing. So
now, instead of talking about toothbrushes up our ass, we're like talking about pedophiliacs in a pizza place somewhere.
So anyway, the story is, so Carol Channing goes backstage, goes in the bathroom, and then someone, whether it was on a hot mic or someone in the bathroom with her, heard her say, "Corn? I don't remember eating corn."
Corn? I don't remember eating corn. Well, hello, Dially. I can't do it. Corn? I don't remember eating corn, Dially.
So thank you, John. You really put us there. You really brought it.
Corn.
That was a reenactment.
Eating corn.
That was an actor portrayal of Carol Channing.
Yes.
The Carol Channing corn story. It's just weird why it has to be Carol Channing. That's why it's so specific. You know what I mean?
Why does it have to be a pizza place? We're just insane. We've lost our minds. And the earth is finally gobbling us up like it should.
Yeah. All right, John. So teosinte, the ancestral wild grass of corn, looked much different from the corn we know today. So in the study guide to the film Pop Secret, The Mysterious Origin of Corn, Ellie Rice says that teosinte is highly branched. It's bushy, and it has many stems. It produces heads with 2 rows of 5 to 12 seeds at the top of each. So teosinte, the ancestor of corn, was it like a shrub? It was a little shrubby thing.
Past the fact that you just referenced a study guide to a film?
Yeah.
Where did you find that? Online? That just popped up?
It popped up, yeah. Once you go down that wormhole, the corn wormhole.
If you start pulling stuff from film strips, I'm coming down. Oh, that's great. A bush. Weird.
Yeah. It's like a bush. And she says a maize plant, on the other hand, which we're familiar with, has just one central stalk that produces a few ears, each with hundreds of kernels in 6 to 18 rows. Wow. So humans have kind of streamlined the teosinte or the maize plant.
Wow.
And the thing is, teosinte seeds were also surrounded by a hard fruit case. And that was so that, as we were just talking about, when animals ate teosinte or birds ate it, they could poop out those seeds.
Yeah. That's how it gets. It's amazing.
Yeah. In contrast, she says the fruit case of maize is greatly reduced and develops into part of the cob. And this leaves the kernel exposed or naked and thus easily digested by animals. So another thing humans did is that they domesticated it and like bred it into hybrids where the fruit case became part of the cob. We could eat the fruit case.
Yeah.
So
right. Everybody's worried about GMOs, but we've been messing with stuff forever.
9,000 years. 9,000 years we've been working on corn.
Oh, man.
And Walter Gallinat, who is also a corn expert, says that teosinte is a highly successful wild plant, but corn is incapable of survival as a wild plant. We made it to work.
Well, that's what we've done with ourselves.
I know. We can't survive. We can't survive.
We're not meant for the wild.
And corn is unknown in the wild. You can't find a wild maize plant anywhere.
No, interesting.
And again, it's
like looking for a poodle in the wild. You're not going to find it.
Right. God, I'd love to, though. Like the wild dogs of Africa. They still somehow have like groomed themselves. They've got baboons to groom them to make them. And Ellie Rice says that while domestication has led to plants that are easier to cultivate and eat and that are more calorie dense, a domesticated crop cannot generally survive without human help. And for example, if a corn as a corn cob now fell on the ground, then all of those, if they germinated, they would all germinate at the same time. And you'd have like hundreds of corn plants fighting each other trying to survive.
Jesus. Ooh, we made a mess of everything.
Yeah. And Betty Fussell notes that the cloistering leaf sheath kept maize seeds chaste as nuns and as infertile until man violated the cob.
Jesus. God. Okay. Man. Which brings strong language around corn.
I know. It's especially, I began to realize that a lot of times when you're talking about corn, it sounds like you're talking about a forum story from Penthouse Magazine.
Yeah.
It sounds like pornography.
Yeah, God.
And for example, the infertile, chaste as nuns is what corn was.
I mean, come on. These metaphors. Like it's like they're talking about they're comparing it to raping nuns.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's farmers going out and fertilizing corn. That's what it is.
God.
And Leah Smith in an article says that corn is monoecious, meaning it produces separate male and female flowers on the same plant.
Oh.
So male corn flowers
are like that, right? Isn't marijuana like that?
Is it? I don't know. I don't know. But male corn plants are the tassels at the top of each plant, and which produce the pollen, and the female flowers are the ears along the stalk, which contain ovaries.
Wow. So do you have to to fertilize it? Do you have to cut the thing and stuff it in there? Oh, well, you don't want to fertilize it. You don't want to fertilize it, right?
Well, you do, but it will drop, like the tassels will drop down.
Wow.
Yeah. And the silks that you see are each attached to one of the ovaries, I guess, or one of the seeds. So,
wow, I don't like those things. I don't like the strings.
Yeah, but I just think just knowing that there's a bunch of hermaphroditic corn plants out there in the field,
That's
it's
amazing.
Having sex with themselves. And in the film Pop's Secret: The Mysterious Origin of Corn, Neil Lozin notes that through DNA testing, geneticists have now been able to trace corn's origins back to a type of teosinte that was growing in the Balsas River Basin in southwestern Mexico about 9,000 years ago.
Wow.
So they've been able to determine where exactly.
That's incredible.
Corn
I'm just thinking about these people who spend their lives doing. I mean, I'm glad they do, but wow, that's intense. Yeah, I study prehistoric corn plants.
Yeah,
for my whole life. Like, that's my passion.
Yeah, wow. Isn't that amazing?
They come in all packages. Meanwhile, I'm doing some dumb podcast with you, wasting our precious.
Who are we to talk?
Yeah, exactly.
I only wish I was out there looking for ancient teosinte plants. And from the point of view of culture, Fussell notes that corn is unique among the world's staples because the earliest corn we have found was man-made. It was a cultural artifact.
Wow.
And John Dobley, a geneticist, says that changes in just 4 or 5 genes in teosinte and maize were responsible for the major differences between the two plants.
Wow.
Yeah. So it doesn't take much. It didn't take much.
Corn was willing.
Now you're talking. Yeah. Now you're using the pornographic.
Opening itself up.
Corn wanted it. It wanted it. And back then, we have ears of corn found at Bat Cave in New Mexico from about 3,500 BC that are only 2 centimeters long. So the original corn
it's like the Chinese corn that you get in the Chinese food, American Chinese food, I'm sure.
Do you try to eat the kernels off of it?
It's a joke, but I love them. I love the little corns. What are they? Are they corn?
I think they're corn. I'll try to do a little more research.
I'm eating the whole thing. I'm not wiping my butt with that husk. I'm eating it. God, I want Chinese food now. Let's get going on the food. It smells so good.
We're getting there.
Okay.
So, and Dobley says in the film he thinks that they probably ate teosinte in the early days, kind of like a popcorn. And it's funny in the film, and I'll put the link up to it. They pop some of the teosinte kernels, and they look like popcorn when they pop. So you could.
Some people are popping quinoa now. Did you know that quinoa? No. Popcorn. Yeah, I've never done it, but I love it. Pop anything, I'll eat it. You pop a turd, and I'll eat it. There's a lot of poop talk today on this episode. I want to apologize.
Popping, popping pills, popping
anything that's popped, I'm gonna eat. That's all I'm saying.
We have a history of it. And some archaeologists estimate that the amount of maize consumed by prehistoric peoples in the Southwest could have been as high as 70 to 80% of their diet. So, and during when Columbus first came to the New World or to the Western Hemisphere, he took some corn back to Spain, where Fussell says, quote, "He amazed the court with details of its tapered ear, longer than the span of a human hand, and as thick as an arm."
I thought you were okay. As thick as an arm.
I know.
Whoa. Yeah.
As thick as I'm holding an apple.
Yeah. God, it's so sexual. I'm getting turned on by our corn episode. I can't believe
it. Should we pause it and come back?
I'm all right.
We come back with both of our hair.
I'm too tired.
Our hair's wet when we come back, and we have different shirts on. And one of the first things that the Pilgrims stole from the Indians in 1620 was corn. They sent a party ashore to look around to see what was going on, and they found a basket full of corn. and they just took it and took it back to the ship.
You don't just take it. That's like my daughter taking my Watson and Company socks.
I know.
Didn't the Indians or the Native Americans, I'm sorry, plant dead fish with the corn plants, or is that a urban myth?
No, they would do that to like get to fertilize the soil. Yeah,
really?
There was different ways.
Did it work? Did it help?
Yeah, it did help. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
And just so you know, Betty Fussell says that corn in Old English meant a small, worn-down particle, like a grain of sand or salt. Therefore, corn in Old English meant cereal grain in general, and wheat in particular. And so, but when the English settlers came to America, they never really took to the word maize. They adopted the word Indian corn, meaning that they were distinguishing between the little grains that were grown by the Native Americans as opposed to English corn, which was all the grains that they had known beforehand.
I gotcha. So what about the corn cobs that have multiple colors of corn? What's that?
So that essentially that because they can, if corn is near each other and that pollen can crossbreed with other corn, it's really easy to create hybrids of corn. And so most Native American corn will have, because it's not being like specifically processed to produce these large yellow ears, will have lots of colors to it. And and we'll get to it when the popcorn I sent you. I'm not sure if you looked at the dried popcorn I sent.
Yes, I did. Oh, is that? Oh, wow.
It actually has
I see that now.
Lots of different colors to it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So that's kind of the norm. So that's the popcorn. After it's popped, it still pops white. But when you see, I sent you some dried popcorn in a little bag saying Fiesta corn kernels unpopped. So
you're so good. Oh, oh no, that's not it. I saw it in there. Oh, here it is.
Yeah. So you'll see the different colors of it. To me, I'm a corn guy too. I love corn and studying corn. And it's
Look how
just
the professor
really
labels. For those of you watching on, I just want to show how amazing this is. It's just amazing.
Yeah. If you're on YouTube, you could see it. But I'll post pictures of what the corn looks like.
Okay.
And then just nutritionally, we'll just talk about, as a food source, corn is high in sugar and starch, but it's low in protein and minerals.
Oh.
And it also has critical deficiencies in iron, calcium, and niacin. Oh. So corn on its own lacks a lot of the nutrients that humans need to survive. And the way that Native Americans overcame that is, one, you would plant it and eat corn with beans, because beans made up for the deficiency. And the other thing is they would boil it in an alkaline solution in a process called nixtamalization. I have trouble saying that. Nixtamalization.
Nixtamalization.
Yeah. And what it is they would boil it in wood ash or lime, and it would create what in Mexico and New Mexico is known as pozole, and what is known in the English colonies as hominy.
Yes, so which we have.
Yeah.
We have that here somewhere. Oh, yeah.
And if you notice in the nixtamalization, the word tamale is in there.
Yes.
And that's because in the Nahuatl language, Fussell says the language of the Aztecs, nixtamale meant tamales of maize softened in wood ash, and tenextamale meant tamales of maize softened in lime. So
next tamale in my language means the next one I'm going to eat.
Yeah. And the Aztecs also made little cakes called tlaxcali, or as the Spanish called them, tortillas. So that's where your tortilla. The Aztecs were already making corn tortillas when the Spanish arrived. And what it does is, when you boil it in wood ash, it increases corn's digestibility, and it also makes it easier for humans to absorb all the calcium, niacin, and potassium in the corn. So, And the anthropologist Solomon Cast has said that the great civilizations of Mesoamerica, with their large populations, for example, the Mayans and the Aztecs, could not have been built or sustained without knowledge of alkali processed corn. So what you do is it unleash the nutrients to support large populations.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and
how did they know? How did that happen? That's just incredible.
There are lime soaking pots or boiling pots that go back to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years ago.
Wow. I mean, how did somebody figure that? Well, who knows? How does somebody figure out, cheese or anything?
I know. But they knew how to do it. And where this becomes important is when the English first found corn and started eating corn on its own, they just treated it like they did wheat, for example. They would just grind it up and eat it. But by grinding it up and eating it without soaking it or processing it in boiled, lime water or, calcium hydroxide, what would happen is they couldn't process all the nutrients out of the corn.
Right.
And so when corn was finally exported to like Europe and other parts of the world, Africa, where people were just grinding it up and eating it like they did wheat, they started to get something called corn sickness, which was later labeled pellagra, which is a disease that comes from a lack of or a deficiency of niacin.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
they didn't know about hominy.
Right. They didn't know to boil it or process it.
Man.
And some of the symptoms of pellagra are chronic diarrhea, abdominal pain, mood swings, and depression.
Wait a minute. I have all this.
How much corn have you eaten? What kind of corn are you eating?
I'm eating a lot of unprocessed corn.
And John, just that brings up a good point. My thesis in grad school was on
was on corn that you think was hallucinogenic.
Well, I mean, it was on mycotoxins, which are the toxins produced by molds on corn. And a lot of these toxins, a mycotoxin, some of them are beneficial, for example, penicillin, but some of them are also detrimental to humans. And so what my research was just looking at, is it possible that the toxins produced by molds on stored grain could have influenced populations in certain areas of the prehistoric Southwest and maybe even caused abandonment in certain areas?
I have read your thesis and I endorse it.
Thank you.
But your wife tells the story of you having all this corn all over the house all the time.
It was moldy corn.
The person who has a love affair with corn is you.
I know.
We're finally getting to it.
I know. I completely agreed with all of those things previous people have said on this episode. It's like a siren. Once you go down the corn path, it's like a siren call. You can't stop studying corn.
It is pretty. But yeah, it is. Your thesis is great. Really cool. It's really creative and interesting, and possible, very much so. Like you convinced me.
Well, I think you and I are the only people that ever read it. I don't even think my thesis advisor or anybody ever read it.
It was great. I really liked it.
And just so you brought up the hallucinogen, another mycotoxin story is some people think that the Salem witch hysteria was caused by ergot, which is a toxin produced by moldy rye, like in moldy rye bread. And it's hallucinogenic. Ergotism.
It sounds crazy, but not to me. To me, it sounds like that these things that we're absorbing, we don't know, especially when it comes to like stuff like that, like mold and the spores that are floating around in the air. We don't know what the heck is happening.
Like who would ever think of it? I mean, back, 1680s, 1690s, who would think that, we can't eat that moldy, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat whatever is out there.
Right.
It was funny whenever I would go out and talk at different schools about my thesis, though. There was always some kid, I knew him,
Yeah.
raise his hand in the back like, are you trying to tell me if I eat moldy bread, I can hallucinate? I mean, like, yeah.
Roll it up, get some papers and roll that mold.
It was, I just wait for it. It was always the one kid, you know.
Yeah.
At least he was listening.
Yeah.
And before we begin our corn feast, I just want to talk about popcorn specifically real quick. Americans supposedly consume 7.3 billion quarts of popcorn each year. And that means each American eats about 68 quarts of popcorn.
Quarts? What's a cord?
Quarts. 68 quarts. Quarts.
Oh my goodness. I believe it. If it's around, I'll eat it. And when I go to the movies, which I don't anymore because I guess movies are over. But when I did go to the movie, I mean, when was the last time you went to the movies? See what I mean?
Over a year.
Isn't
Definitely.
It weird? Anyway, I would always had to have popcorn. Had to have it. Had to.
Yeah, buttered or not buttered? Are you
not buttered? That butter's too much for me. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Get me right to the popcorn. Get me right to the corn.
Betty Fussell says in the story of corn, she says, we eat popcorn not because it's good for us, which it is, but because it's joke food, and Americans love joke food. We eat popcorn for fun.
She seems so confident about everything. I mean,
I want to add one.
I guess it's fun. You know, my mother told me that when they were really broke, she would have popcorn with milk in it for breakfast cereal. And she loved it. It was like a treat.
Oh, no, it is. It's basically like a cereal. Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Was that she in her when she was a kid or with your dad?
When she was a kid. Yeah. When they were, when it was like early post-depression and they were just like.
Yeah. My mom used to always tell me they would eat something called milk toast. Have you ever heard this?
No.
Where you would actually, I mean, there's a term milk toast.
Right.
But they would like make toast, put butter on it, and then put some sugar and cinnamon, and then pour milk on top of it.
I'd eat that. I'd eat that.
I'd
try that.
What she would always say to me, like, I'd be like, I want a snack, I wanted cookies or something. She'd be like, go make milk toast. I'd be like,
I'd enjoy having some milk toast with Donna.
Some of the other important events in popcorn history, Fussell notes, in 1885, Charles Creters of Chicago was the first to develop a steam-driven machine to pop corn in such volume that it could be sold from street wagons.
Wow. So that's how you spend your life, inventing something like that.
I know. We don't have popcorn wagons coming around. The popcorn truck doesn't come around our neighborhoods anymore.
Just popping, and I just see a truck where it's popping, you know what I mean? And it's just coming out the top like in the movie theaters, Yeah. And people just running around with their mouths open like it's snowing or something.
Yeah. I mean, we have the ice cream truck, but you don't have, the popcorn truck coming around. And then in the 1960s, Orville Redenbacher, who was a county extension agent in Indiana.
Of course he was a county extension agent.
I know.
Of course he was.
He developed a hybrid popcorn seed that he called gourmet popping corn. And to me, what's amazing is, yes, he really was a real guy. Not like that phony from Pepperidge Farms driving around in his wagon.
No, this guy was real. You could tell when he was on the air with his bow tie. You're like, oh my God, that guy's for real.
And Redenbacher, he promoted his corn as a snowflake variety with higher popping value. And he said 1 ounce popped to a quart.
What? Well, I guess I don't know about that, but I literally have endorsed Orville Redenbacher because the first television show that I created was 10 items or less, and we did product placement for Orville Redenbacher. Yes, we did.
Was he still alive then? Was he still alive?
I never. I met was some, mid-level management corporate guy from.
But they stuck it in there. They stuck it in.
Oh, I talked about it. I held it up to camera, and we were paying bills.
I love how it says 1 ounce pop to a quart. I'm like, why wasn't he working in like marijuana back in the day?
No kidding. Yeah.
1 ounce smokes up to it like a quarter pound, you know.
Oh God.
And just one final thing, Orville Redenbacher, he died the way all farmers want to go. And that was in a jacuzzi in San Diego. According to biography.com, Redenbacher died in Coronado, California.
Of course.
On September 19th, 1995. He had suffered a heart attack while in his jacuzzi and drowned. He was cremated and his ashes were scattered at sea.
Yeah. He's too old to be in a jacuzzi. That's not good. It's not good for the heart. I know it feels good. Well, he was 95. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Simple farm boy.
Yep. He wasn't wiping his butt with corn cobs. He was wiping them with $100 bills.
He couldn't wait to get out of Indiana.
Yeah.
I tried to figure out.
He was like, I'm going to
San
Cali.
Diego.
Yeah.
All right, John, it is time for us to start eating our popcorn.
Goodness. All right.
So, first of all, I want to warn you. I know you sometimes get a little excited. You start eating quickly, and
I know. I gotta. It's the addict in me. I can't stop anything.
So pace yourself.
I'll try.
The first thing we're going to look at is the corn on the cob.
Oh,
so
okay.
On YouTube. So I sent this really not so much to eat it.
Oh,
I mean, we can eat it, but I just wanted to show what we were talking about, where we went from teosinte, which had like little tiny ears on it, to now 9,000 years later, we have this what Columbus called as big as an arm. So, and this is
this is sweet.
Are you eating it?
Uh-huh.
You're eating it. So again, I want you just to look to see how we've gone from having a couple branches of teosinte on each stalk to this thing where all of the ear, once you violate the sheath, all of the kernels are exposed, making it easy for us to eat. And then also, it's always been a problem. People have always wondered, like, how you're supposed to eat corn on the cob.
What?
And
who says that?
especially in a formal setting. And
who's confused? You put it in one of those dishes that's shaped like a piece of corn. You put the corn in the dish that's a reverse and inside out piece of corn. You put butter, salt, pepper, you roll it around in that thing, and then hopefully they give you 2 prongs that are also corn.
So as if people didn't know what those were for.
Yeah, you got that corn. And if you really know what you're doing, you're dressed up as a piece of corn while you're eating.
Well, Emily Post, in her 1928 book, The Blue Book of Social Usage, said corn on the cob could be eliminated so far as ever having to eat it in formal settings. But if you insist on eating it at home or in a restaurant, you should attack it with as little ferocity as possible.
What?
Since at best it is an ungraceful performance, and to eat it greedily or smearingly is a horrible sight.
She is absolutely wrong. I'm a very tolerant person, but she is absolutely wrong. You gnaw into that thing and pop those things, and the water, whatever's inside them, goes streaming across the room.
Yeah.
No, Emily, no, you're wrong. She's wrong.
You know what I miss in L.A. in Venice? There used to be the elote guy, the corn guy that would come around with that little cart.
Yeah,
and he'd ring his bell and he'd be like elote, and he would always come when I was washing my clothes, and he would come into the laundromat and be like elote, and it was so good. It was just mayonnaise. Sometimes they would put
mayonnaise and then that spices. It's so incredible. And then you know what? Also, that's another thing that makes LA great, and also the fruit guys. For $5, you get like a quart of fruit with all that crazy spice stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm like probably that poor guy is probably in an ICE prison right now because it's like
Jesus.
We have all those American elote salesmen that we have. Next job we have popcorn, which we again I said that this is Fiesta corn that I got at the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center.
Wait, am I getting the popped version now or the
pop version there?
Okay. Here we go.
Again, George Dickerson, who's a corn specialist, says there's basically two shapes of popcorn kernels: mushroom spherical, which is kind of the round one, which candy makers like because that shape, the round shape, will hold like syrup and stuff. Yeah. And then there's the butterfly shape, which is usually what you'll get if you're just eating the popcorn. It will be a butterfly shape.
That's a butterfly shape.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then this.
I love how they're different colors.
I know. And this is, I read where like when the Spanish came to Mexico, they were just blown away because like Aztec virgins used to put like wreaths of popcorn on their heads. And the Spanish would describe it as like, it's as beautiful as like a white flower, like an orange blossom.
And then again, we cut all their heads off.
Yeah. but then again, I mean, we just kind of like shovel this into our mouths. But I just think that this kind of blew people away.
When people put it on Christmas trees. I mean, how did that start?
This is probably very similar to the popcorn you would have seen even like 500 years ago. Because this
better
is
than Orville Redenbacher.
Yeah, I think so. I think a little bit smaller. You could see where Orville, he probably pops up a little bigger, but I think it tastes really good. All right.
You didn't salt it or anything. This is just straight up, and it's delicious.
Straight up. All right, John. So now, since we were on the subject of popcorn, I included a bag of Cracker Jack.
Yeah.
And Cracker Jack was created by Frederick Ruckheim in Chicago, who added molasses and peanuts to popcorn in the 1890s. And people went crazy for it.
You know what? Tesla invented wireless electricity, but we're not using that. But this.
So do you want?
Wait, how do you open it? Oh, I see. They're not in boxes anymore?
This, I guess you could still get it. I went looking for the boxes, and I had to order this. My grocery store didn't have the boxes. So I had to order this on Amazon, and this is a bag of Cracker Jack.
I love it because it's more. Boy, that sailor boy looks like he's like 14 though.
I know. And it still has the prize inside. That was one of the things Ruckheim. Yeah. But now it's like you, if you get the prize, I think it leads you to a website to where you can get a free game on the website or something.
Oh.
What do you think of that? How is the Cracker Jack?
Amazing. A perfect snack. I mean, and the peanuts in it to make it so good.
It's funny, they make their caramel with molasses, which I think makes it a little bit smokier. Like I've been eating some Werther's caramel corn recently, or some of the different caramel corn now you'll find. It's a much more sugary. And to me, this is kind of like, this is just slightly sugary.
Yeah, it's good. God, it's good. Makes me want to go to a baseball game.
Cool. All right, moving on. We're going to parch corn. So parch corn is basically, it's another ancient dish. We probably, what we know as parch corn, the closest thing would be corn nuts.
Hey! I love them. So what are corn nuts?
They're basically parched corn, just dried corn that's been, I don't know, kind of baked and cooked. So
they're so good. I love corn nuts.
So I gave you a bag, first of all, of the yellow corn nuts. And these were locally produced here in Albuquerque. I got them from a place called the Fruit Basket, which is a local New Mexican grocery store. But
so the good thing about right there,
I don't know. Well, somewhere they make them locally, and then they bring them in to that store. But this is just corn nuts, just parched and salted. So it's a very
Yum.
basic.
Yum, yum, yum.
And Fussell says that what was good about parched corn for prehistoric and Native American peoples was that the parching cooked, flavored, and preserved the corn simultaneously.
Right. You can keep that on the horse, wherever you walk in, anywhere.
Right.
In your pouch.
And she says that Native Americans would often pound parched kernels into a fine powder to make their journeying bread or travel food. So you would pound that down, and then you could, I don't know, add water to it or just eat it. Probably add water to it, I think, would make a paste out of it. Okay,
so then probably shouldn't snort it.
Yeah, you can always. I don't know, man. You want to go on a journey. You want to go on a journey.
These corn nuts are better than the ones you get like in a 7-Eleven.
I know.
They're slightly softer, just slightly, which I like.
Yeah, it always feels like when you're eating the ones you get at the store, I always know I need to check my teeth when I get done.
You're going to pop a molar.
Okay, John. So just to show you how popular corn nuts have become, I got us some Boy Bawang Cornic from the Philippines, and this is a brand of corn nuts or like flavored corn nut that you will find in the Philippines. I like how it says on the outside export quality. But this is lechon manok flavor, and I've been to the Philippines a couple times, and I don't speak any Tagalog or Cebuano, but I do know lechon manok means roast chicken flavor. So if you get the one, you can try any one that you want.
Wait, which one is this?
There's a few different flavors. There's one chili cheese. One's hot garlic, and one's lechon manok, which is roast chicken.
Jesus. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's okay. Maybe I'm just used to regular corn nuts, I guess, probably. It's good.
Yeah. It's a different texture. Different texture to that one, though.
Uh-huh. It is garlicky, man.
Yeah. The next one we have is this one is called Umai Bo, and this is a baked corn snack from Japan. So if you get that one's like a stick. Yeah. So go ahead and open that up. This one's coming from Japan.
Okay.
And you can try that and see what you think of that one.
I like it. I like it.
It's kind of sweet.
Yeah,
it's a little sweet, but then it kicks in with like the maybe garlic again or something on it.
There's garlic. Yeah, I like it. You would be good on this peanut butter.
That would be good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's processed somehow. It's almost like a it's like a cake or
tube.
Like
Bizarre.
Okay, that's Umai Bo.
Yum.
I
Thumbs
also
up.
just to look at, I also put in some Kellogg's Corn Pops just to show you some other ways.
Corn Flakes.
And corn
Pops. Oh wait, Corn Pops. Oh my God, Corn Pops! I love Corn Pops.
I haven't had Corn Pops in a long time.
Oh, I'm gonna make a bowl of these later.
But again, that just kind of shows you kind of the same idea of processing it into some sort of other. It's not a kernel anymore. They've done something to the corn, but made it into a.
Yeah.
Those are still good.
They're good. It's got sugar on it.
Then we also have the corn flakes. Of course, everybody knows the corn flakes.
How did they make these? Like, what? How is this made?
They roll like you roll out the oats or the corn mash, and then it ferments for a little bit. I think this is the way they used to make it, and then once it dries, you bake it, and it creates these flakes. And I know Kellogg's used to say that they were the ones that had discovered the process in an accident. But then I also read somebody that was like, well, the English knew about rolling oats, before the Kellogg's discovered it. But anyway, it's again something I found a great quote from a writer, Jeff Weinstein of the Village Voice, and he says, "In a bowl, flakes race with milk to the finish, beyond which the food turns and collapses to paper. The cardboard-soaked form from which it had been poured. A bowl of cornflakes ignited by milk is a meal automatically clocked, constructed to speed you up and out." so
That's great.
Yeah, and Fussell was trying to say that that's different how, like, for example, the Hopis view corn as a way of life, whereas, like, English Americans would see cornflakes as a fuel, something to get you going. Get you going. You got to hurry.
Get moving. The work ethic.
All right, John, let's move on now to Atole, which is going to be, it's blue corn and it's a beverage. And I've actually put mine in a cup, but I'm not sure if did you put yours in a cup?
What? This?
For the Atole? No, not yet. Oh. So this one would have been like a blue corn, mushy.
Oh, yeah. Wait, where is that? I've got a whole situation over here. No, that's not it. Blue. No, that's not it. Maybe it's right here. Oh, this. Yes.
Okay. So blue corn. Yeah, there you go. So this is Atole, and this is made from blue cornmeal. And Native Americans and Hispanic people here in New Mexico will actually drink it like a breakfast beverage.
I like it. I really like it. How does it get blue?
Well, the corn itself is blue, like Native American or Hispanic blue corn. And then you grind it up, and then you make it with the blue cornmeal and some water and some milk. And then you could put sugar or you could put cinnamon in it. This one, I just put a little sugar in it for us.
Yeah. This is good. I like this. I could eat this instead of oatmeal.
Yeah. And it would, again, like I say, you would drink it almost like instead of a cup of coffee or something in the morning, you could have blue corn, the Atole, to get you ready to go out.
Well, it's never going to take the place of my coffee. That's a no. But it could be with my coffee. I could double fist it.
Right. Yeah. I love it. You can still order it in restaurants here.
Yeah. Why does John have 2 mugs? Well, he's having his.
Okay. The next one, John, is Chequegue, which is Chequegue. And this is a mush. It's a white mush.
Oh, is that the one that I had to add water to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's does this look like it? Yeah.
There'll be one that's really white, which will be grits. And then this one is Chequegue, which is again, a cornmeal mush. I wasn't planning on having this one, but I was down at the fruit basket looking for corn products. And I saw a bag of like finely ground white corn for Chequegue. So that's why I made this one for us. And you can usually, again, this would be eaten for breakfast, but you could make it savory by adding red chili to it. I added a little brown sugar to it for us. So it should be a little sweet.
Yum.
That one's
just
good
great.
Too.
It's just it's comfort food, you know?
Yeah. I want to try the Chequegue with like the red chili and maybe a little pork on top of it.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of what's inside a tamale.
Yeah.
The cornmeal that's in there.
All right.
This is
so
good.
Now, John, let's get our can of hominy.
Oh boy. Okay.
We're still going. I hope you like corn. So this is our can of hominy. Have you opened it yet? Or
yes, mine is open. I was instructed. Oh no, not to open it, but I have I don't have a hand can opener, so
yeah. So anyway, this is hominy in a can, and hominy is produced. Remember, we talked about nixtamalization.
Yeah,
hominy again. This is corn that has been processed in like an alkali solution, and you'll see how it kind of pops it up and makes it bigger.
I love it. I love
and
hominy.
And it's also easier to pull the skin off of it. So, wow, you're just going right from the can, huh?
Yeah. It's so good.
I know.
It makes me want some Southern cooking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is, Fussell says that in her book, she interviews a guy that grew up in the Appalachians back in the 30s. And he said that when he grew up in the old days, 2/3 of the people were raised on hominy.
I believe it. I believe it. If it has the nutrients, why? It really is kind of a perfect food.
Yeah. And it was, what's funny is that, there was a time like in the early 1900s where there was a really bad pellagra epidemic in the South, in America. And again, it was because of people just grinding and eating the corn. I mean, somebody finally figured it out. It was like, well, you're not getting niacin because you're just grinding and eating the corn. You're not processing it first with alkaline. But you don't see people eating hominy that much anymore.
No, in the South, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Sometimes some soul food has hominy.
Yeah.
But it's a good, it should be around more. It's good. And you can add anything to it.
That was good right out of the can.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
But you heat it up, you put some salsa in there or something. You could put all kinds of stuff.
John, I just real quick want to bring up grits. This is something another Southern people will find. But again, this is just hominy that has been dried and ground. And then it's very close to the chiquegue, I think.
Yeah.
Very similar texture.
And color.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. God, I love grits.
Yeah, me too. I put some corn tortillas in there for you.
I saw that.
So again, we have corn tortillas. We're moving into breads now. Okay. And then I also added, are you going to have a tortilla? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and grab a tortilla.
These are from the Southwest.
Yeah. That's good.
Those are good.
All right.
God, we have a lot of corn. When do we get to the corn whiskey?
I wish we were still drinking. I was going to try to get that. And then in Peru, there's something called, I think it's pulque, which is a corn liquor. And to ferment it, they use saliva. Like people chew it and then spit it back in there.
God. But I would try it.
Me too.
Because the alcohol kills everything. I'm sure.
So then we have, this is a blue corn, cornbread, Indian blue cornbread.
Did you make this?
I did make that. Yeah. From a mix.
Oh my God. That's good.
That's very good.
I'm going to have the other one for breakfast.
And then, go ahead and bring this up, John. This is, this is corn pone. And this would actually be, we can hold it with our hands here, but it would be eaten on, like a pancake almost.
Like a steak?
Yeah, or you could do it with like, black-eyed peas, for example. This is very common in the South, but it's like a cornmeal pancake. And I love corn pone. And during the Civil War, there was something similar that Confederate soldiers used to make called swoosh. And that's where they would just take cornmeal and get it wet, and then they would swoosh it around in a pan with some lard and just kind of make a thick sort of cake to keep...
That's good.
And it's something, the Penguin Encyclopedia of Food says that almost every colony in the United States had a version of this that they would call like hoe cakes, ash cakes, bannocks, and even Johnny cakes. So that's the corn pone.
That's very good. It's delicious.
All right. Let's go on to our corn relish. And this I got in, this is an Amish corn relish I got in Ohio recently.
What?
And,
Amish?
And the Amish, apparently, they produce something called chow chow, which is like just bits of like a vegetable relish.
That doesn't sound like an Amish term, chow chow to me.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But you'll find wherever you go, like in Pennsylvania Dutch country, where my in-laws used to live.
Yeah.
But they like sweet and sour stuff. So should be like a sweet and sour corn relish.
You know who would like this? Our former guest, Susan Messing.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. She likes a sweet and sour?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's really good.
It's really good. I'm going to refrigerate this and wrap it in foil and take it with me to Chicago.
All right, John. We're getting to our savory dishes now.
All right.
The first one is going to be Chicos. And these will be the white corn instead of the blue corn that you see.
Oh, okay. And it has meat in it, right?
It has meat. It has pork in it.
Yeah.
And
did you make this?
I made the Chicos, yeah. So Chicos, again, they're dried green corn. So this hasn't been, whereas hominy or pozole will be processed with alkali, Chicos are just dried green corn.
This is delicious.
I like the texture of Chicos myself.
Yeah.
They're a little chewier.
Yep. Oh my God.
That's good, huh?
Oh, this is so good. Thank you so much for making all this. You're amazing. This is so good.
80 episodes.
Wow. Count me in for another 80.
All right, John. Then finally, we're almost done. Let's go with this is blue corn pozole.
Mm-hmm.
And again, this is blue corn with pozole here in New Mexico, and I think in Mexico too. Usually they make it around Christmas, but you can have it year round. And this is made with, instead of yellow corn or white corn, with blue corn.
Is that pork in there too?
That's pork in there too.
Oh my God, is it good? It's so hearty.
Yeah, I love it. You can get it as a side dish in New Mexico and a lot of places. Yeah, I love it.
Wait, what's it called again?
That's called pozole, which here is Posole. In Mexican restaurants, sometimes you'll see it Pozole.
Right.
Ooh, that's good.
When I was visiting you, we had some.
Right.
For breakfast, I want to say, or maybe, I don't know. Anyway.
We could have it for that. Ooh, that would be good. All right, John, we are at our final dish, which is huitlacoche.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
And huitlacoche is actually considered a delicacy. And what it is it's corn mold. It's a mold that grows on corn cobs.
Oh, boy.
And
it's also. Did you write a whole thing about this making us crazy?
You know what's ironic is huitlacoche, which is a visible corn mold, actually has no toxins that are bad for humans. So it actually makes the nutrition of the corn cob. It increases, I think, the protein when you eat the. Yeah. So did you open it already?
Oh my God. Oh. It looks like black pudding.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. And I've had it. I've never.
Are you just going to eat it straight off your spoon?
I'm going to eat it off my spoon. I've never. I've had it before as a filling. Lots of times you'll have it as a filling in tacos or enchiladas or burritos, but I've never had it just straight out of the can. But it's just like a mushroom, so there's no reason to say you can't. For people who, I'll try to bring that up there. Ooh, I just dropped some on my keyboard. Did you have it?
I did. Not my favorite thing I've ever eaten, but I could see how you would use it. The texture is interesting. I can see how you could use it with other things because it's like a mushroom. It doesn't have an overwhelming taste.
Yeah. It's interesting though. Yeah. It's like earthy or something. I don't know.
Right. Yes, that's a good way of putting it. It tastes like mold that you would scrape off corn
Yeah.
Put it in a can.
and then ship it off to the America.
No, I could see how I mean, straight maybe isn't the best way to eat it, but it's not bad in any way.
Yeah, it's actually a lot better than I thought it would be straight.
Me too.
Because before when I had it, it was all mushed up in a taco, and it was flavored. But the Fine Dining Lovers website says that huitlacoche is a Mexican delicacy sold everywhere in the country, meaning Mexico, including by street vendors and at open-air markets and Michelin-starred restaurants. And I know, like, it used to be served for, like, a lot of Native Americans would serve huitlacoche for sickness. Like, if somebody was sick, you would eat some of this for strength.
Chicken soup, Mexican chicken soup.
Right. Anyway, it's interesting. I don't know. All right, John, that's...
I have more stuff here.
What do you... Well, I sent some things just to see what they look like when they were dry.
Oh, yellow cornmeal.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And white cornmeal, and then blue cornmeal. Oh,
right.
Look at you! You're so amazing.
Just so you know what you're eating. That's what the Chicos look like. Did you see the Chicos?
I did. I have them. Wait, where did I put them? I had them. Yeah, here they are.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Okay. Well, we have reached our time, John.
All right. Well, this is human number 2 signing off.
And this is human number 1. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for 80 episodes. We couldn't do it without you. Hopefully, for the 100th, I would love to see us all get together.
I think that's a great goal. Let's do it. I'm in.
Let's go for it. We will. We don't know when yet. when we'll reach that. But anyway, John, I love you. Congratulations on 80 episodes. Everybody, too. Thank you, and go eat some corn now. Love you guys. See ya.
Bye.